Hey everyone, hello. So today's topic is something that often gets misunderstood, especially in the age of instant gratification. The occult is not a quick fix, it's not a hack, it's not a shortcut to power, enlightenment, or transformation. It is instead a path, one that demands time, discipline, and real inner work. And in today's world, we're conditioned to expect immediate outcomes. You want knowledge? Google it. You want change? There's an app, a course, or a 30-day challenge. But the occult, by its very nature, does not work like that. It's definitely a slower path, but a worthwhile path. I myself have been studying the occult for a total of 42 years. Now, the word occult literally means hidden. Not hidden because it's being kept from you, but because it requires development to perceive. Much like learning a language or mastering an instrument, you don't become fluent overnight. And yet, many approach esoteric practices expecting instant transformation, rituals that immediately change reality, or techniques that unlock higher consciousness in days. And that mindset is exactly what experienced practitioners warn against. Within traditions like Hermeticism, Western occultism, and ceremonial magic, mastery is always described as a gradual unfolding. Teachings attributed to Hermes Trismegistus emphasize principles like as above, so below, not as a slogan, but as something to be realized through experience over time. This isn't intellectual knowledge alone, it's lived knowledge. You study, you practice, you reflect, you fail, you refine. And over years, not weeks, you begin to see differently. There's a reason why serious practitioners speak of the slow path, because real transformation isn't about adding something new to yourself. It's about restructuring who you are. That includes your thoughts, your emotional patterns, your discipline, and your awareness. And that kind of change, it cannot be rushed. Quick methods often produce surface-level effects, temporary clarity, emotional highs, or placebo-like experiences. But deep work? That's different. It reshapes your perception of reality itself. The occult isn't just something you try, it becomes something that you live. Many practitioners describe it as a devotion, not to an external system, but to your own growth, your healing, and your understanding of truth. And that requires consistency, not intensely for a week, but instead effort over years. Now, if you're new to this path, the best advice, it's simple, but not always easy. Start with the fundamentals. So here's a grounded approach. Number 1 is build a daily practice. Start small. Meditation, breath work, or simple awareness exercises. Even 10 to 15 minutes a day builds the foundation for everything else. Number 2 is study core philosophy. Begin with foundational ideas rather than jumping into complex rituals. Focus on Hermetic principles, symbolism, and basic metaphysics. Understanding why things work matters more than copying techniques. Number 3 is learn symbolism systems slowly. Tarot, astrology, or sacred geometry are not tools to rush. They are languages. Take time to understand their structure and meaning. Number 4, keep a journal. Track your thoughts, practices, and insight, and over time, patterns emerge, and this becomes one of your most powerful tools. And then number 5, the shortcut mentality. If something promises instant mastery, it's usually superficial. Depth always takes time. One of the biggest misconceptions is that the occult is about controlling external reality. But in truth, it's primarily about mastering internal reality. Your perception shapes your world. Your awareness determines what you experience. So the real work is not out there. It is within your attention, your discipline, and your ability to observe without distortion. And that kind of mastery cannot be downloaded. It must be earned. The occult path isn't for those looking for quick answers. It's for those willing to sit with questions, to study deeply, to practice consistently, and to evolve slowly but authentically. Because in the end, the hidden knowledge isn't hidden by force. It's hidden behind time, effort, and transformation. So, that's it for today's video. If it resonated with you, take it as a reminder. You don't need to rush the path. Just start and stay consistent. All right, everyone, take care. Peace.